Guys, what is up? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's super well today on this beautiful Thursday evening, 4 p.m. Central here at my house. Right, I'm in Central Time Zone, 5 p.m. on the East Coast. Hope everybody's doing super well. Like I said, we're closing into Thanksgiving right now, so that's really exciting, and I have a lot of things to say about that I'll share in a little bit in a minute. But today is our ninth episode of Real Coaching in Real Time. Okay, so I'm really excited about this. Next week we're going to hit number 10. Wait, well, no, we're not. It's going to be Thanksgiving. I'm going to be eating next week. So the week after will be episode 10. I got two really good agents on the show today. I want to introduce them in just a second. But first, I want to tell you that December 11th, I know a lot of you probably already heard this, but I'm going to reveal my new 90-day action plan. And I'm going to go through my 2021 goal setting and planning session with you guys. So I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a virtual event, webinar style. Okay, I put the link in the description. There's a link in the bio of my Instagram. There's put it in the comments everywhere for you to go and register for this so that you can be there when I reveal this new 90-day action plan. I redo it every December, and I do a next year planning session with you guys. And I'm really excited about this one because 2021, I'm telling you, the fundamentals of the industry right now are so prime for an incredible year. Everything I see in terms of the fundamentals of the industry right now just tell me that we're going to have a really, really incredible year. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. We'll see. Only time will tell. The good thing is it doesn't matter, right? So anyway, let me bring on today's agents and let them introduce themselves one at a time. First, I have Tess.
Hey, Ricky. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm a team leader at Prosperity Properties Group. We're out of Colorado. We cover everything from Pueblo to Fort Collins, and just, we're growing right now. So we were a team of 7. We're about to be a team of 9. We have people that are in the process of onboarding right now. So
nice. So going from 7 agents to 9 agents.
Yeah.
Colorado Springs. Like you're not in like the snowboarding, skiing resort areas, right? Colorado Springs is like off the mountain a little bit, right?
We are, so we can still see Pikes Peak. We still have some really good hikes and mountain views, but we don't have the skiing and snowboarding. So we're further away from the resorts.
So how far are you from like Breckenridge, for example?
Oh, it's only a couple hours. So we're just an hour south of Denver.
Yeah. Yeah. I get excited when I think about snowboarding.
Yeah. 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 We're starting to get some good snow.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. It's coming up.
Yep.
So. Yeah. That gives me the chills just thinking about it. All right. Well, good to meet you. We'll look forward to chatting with you in a minute.
Thank you.
For sure. I got my guy, Nate.
Hey, Ricky. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure, man. You got the right time zone?
Yeah, this time. Yeah. I always forget the whole Central Time. I think everything happens on the East Coast for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
Another world out there,
Yeah, for sure. Tell everybody who you are, where you're from, how long you've been selling, all that good stuff.
Nate Wright, the Right Way Home Team with One Realty in Cape Coral, Florida. So I'm right in between Sarasota and Naples on the coast. So we're about 2 hours from everything. So really love the area here. I've been here for 10 years now. In real estate for 2 years full time, and just glad to make the change for sure.
Glad to make the change from what?
From food and beverage. So I was a food and beverage director for quite some time and climbed that ladder and realized I was on the wrong ladder, so.
What company was it?
I was in country clubs. So I was in a lot of country clubs here in South Florida. Just bouncing from one to the next and climbing that career change every 2 years,
Yeah, for sure. How many sales did you have this year?
This year, so far 23.
23.
I have about 8 to 10 on the books that should close this year still.
Okay. 23 plus 8 to 10. When did you find me?
Well, honestly, once I got into the last brokerage I was in, the broker there mentioned you, and I started
Okay.
and I should have started a long time ago when he first introduced me, but I just recently, probably about 4 months, 4 or 5 months,
Got it.
really seeking more knowledge.
Yeah. Cool, man. Cool. I look forward to chatting with you in a minute.
Thank you. You as well.
Yeah, for sure. Guys, if you want to come on a future show, just let me know. You can text me. My text number 251-312-8844. I'll put that in the chat. Text me to be on the show. You can also email me, DM me on Instagram, all the above. If you guys want to come on and chat it up, pick my brain, chat about whatever, brainstorm, network, mastermind, whatever you want to call it. That's what we're doing here. And I've enjoyed doing this one. So looking forward to doing many more. So if you want to come on, feel free to reach out and I'll put you on the list and bring you on the show. Cool. Let's circle back to Tess.
Wow.
Cool. So what can I help you with, or what would you like to chat about today?
So I know that you've been doing this for quite a long time, and we actually, I just found you within the last week, heard you speak at EXPCon, and it inspired me
Really?
to.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I knew of you, but I hadn't heard of your program.
Right.
So it inspired me to text and do, the challenge and look at I'm really excited for your new business plan for 2021. But so when you're developing those and when you're thinking about, especially the crazy times that we're in right now, what do you kind of do to keep making sure that your next 90 days are fitting with the market?
So you mean like when I redo the 90 days, how do I make sure I'm kind of keeping up with the times, if you will?
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing about it is that, it's crazy, but the way real estate is, there's new things that get introduced, right? Like I made 100,000 calls with my finger dialing numbers, and then about the time I got to the point in my career where I didn't have to make calls anymore, then the dialer came out where you could automatically dial.
Yeah.
So like there are these real innovative moments where, the social medias of the world and the data systems that just dump you, tons of phone numbers to call really high quality prospects and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, not a lot's going to change. Look, I don't care where you get your leads from or what your strategy is. Okay. At the end of the day, it's all going to come back to how many people are we talking to? Because you can do all the social media and the videos and the do this and the do that and all the marketing and advertising. But at the end of the day, if that's not producing real conversations with people, about consulting them through what they're trying to do, then what's the point?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so all that has to be producing conversations, so at the end of the day, it's going to come down to, regardless of what your marketing strategy is or what your, what your perception is of how you should build your business, it's still going to come down to how many conversations are we having every day? How many conversations are we having out of the marketing, or how many phone calls or outbound calls are we making to try to create conversations? What are we doing to make conversations happen? That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. So, I kind of stand firm on one solid, founding principle strategy, if you will. And I really want to know, I want to ask everyone watching that watches the replay, that knows who I am, please tell me. I want to know. I'm begging the universe to tell me what is better. Please tell me something better than calling property owners that own the exact property you want to represent for 2 cents. Okay. You get their contact information, the exact property owner for 2 cents. You pick the price range. Okay. Call them up to make friends, not necessarily to sell them, but to make friends, and then do a weekly email every week on the same day of the week forever. If someone can tell me a better strategy than that, I'm all ears. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So as far as the new 90-day action plan goes, I am going to incorporate some new things in terms of video. I'm really bringing some new stuff this year. And I'm excited about it because 2021, like I said, is going to be one of the best years. I'm telling you, this is going to be a year to remember. 2021, what everybody thought 2020 was going to be, because it's the kickoff of the new decade and everybody's excited and everything. I'm telling you, you know what happened there. 2021 is going to be that year, right? I just feel it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, 100%. What else you got?
So I guess some of the other things is so we operate with a team.
Mhm.
How do you operate? Do you sleep? I mean,
No, that's a really good question. Like a lot of people, I mean, that's one of the biggest questions I get, because I'm still slinging 100 deals a year
yeah.
and still doing it to this day. I've got 17 pending right now, and I am I'm closing in on 100 for the 7th straight year. And I sometimes ask myself how I do it all, but sometimes you just have to nobody really looks at the big picture of it. What they see is Ricky doing 100 deals, and they don't think about the 15 years of calls and trying to figure it out. They don't think of the 13, 14 years of a weekly email every single week to build this personal brand machine. I have such a huge personal brand in my market, with property owners that own the exact properties I want to sell, that I have so much business that just comes to me from repeats, referrals, and referrals of referrals from that weekly email, right? And so that's the part of the puzzle that people can't really, they just see Ricky, 100 deals, a weekly email. That's all they see, like Ricky, 100 deals, weekly email. But they don't want to really talk about the 13 years of the weekly email and the 15 years of grueling phone calls and losing everything, sleeping in my car, going bankrupt. They don't want to really kind of talk or think about that part of it. They just want to talk about what it looks like now. So the reason I'm able to do all this is because I've got it on I'm really good at figuring out what's efficient. I'm really good at figuring out what is most effective and productive with the least amount of effort, right? And so, but here's the thing. I don't use that ability that I have to try to figure out how to work less. I use it to figure out how to do more. And so I don't put less effort in. I just figure out how to do more with the effort I'm putting in. See what I'm saying? And I'm really extremely talented in figuring out how to produce more, doing less. But without doing less, I'm actually doing the same amount of effort. So I'm actually doing a lot more. And so I'm still progressing. I'm still morphing into a new Ricky every day because, now I'm doing a podcast every single day, 7 days a week. I've started doing this show. I started doing the live calls every week. I'm getting into more of a routine with certain things and really finding my groove with this whole deal. And I'm still trying to find it. One thing I really want to do, one thing that's missing, I think, one big thing that I think is missing with everything that I do in terms of my content and all that I'm doing, and that is bringing you breaking news type things, like breaking news in the real estate industry about this, about that, bringing that news to you as quick as I can and giving you my 2 cents on it. Like Zillow being a brokerage or this or that or, whatever, I should be doing more of that. I know that I would be growing faster if I would do more of that. And I'm going to try to do more of that. Starting now, I'm going to be trying to do more of that. So, everybody's always trying to get better. And, I think another big part of it is I absolutely do not worry about pending deals, listings. I'm just not worried about them. I understand I've been doing it so long. These deals are just going to happen. The buyer wants to buy, the seller wants to sell. Yeah, I'm going to watch it and I'm going to do certain things. I'm going to make sure everybody's taken care of. But I think the problem is, Tess, that most people spend about 2 or 3 times as much time as they need to on every deal. They could spend a third of the time they spend and the deal would still go through fine. And they could spend that other 2/3 of the time they spend on that deal on 2 other deals. They could be doing 3 deals in the time that they spend on 1 deal, and the deal would still work out just as beautifully. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I agree with that. I love your perspective on that. So.
Yeah. What else you got, Tess? Like, what's going on over there?
Trying to think of what else I can throw at you.
What-
I'm excited. Something about your perspective really clicked with us, and so we've just been telling our whole team to do your challenge and do the 90-day plan and everything like that. I think one of the biggest things is, how do you discipline yourself to stay that consistent with everything? I know you said you try new things, but obviously what you've been doing has worked, and you've stayed consistent with it, because we hear it from agents all the time. How do I stay motivated?
Mm-hmm. Like, how do you keep up with pace, kind of deal? It's not easy, to be honest with you. I've been at this for 18 years now, and now I've put it on my shoulders to like carry the industry and try to get to a place where agents don't have to pay for coaching. Agents don't have to, be in awkward situations because they were trained badly by people who were pushing 1980s scripts on them about, hey, Mr. Seller, would you sell your house today? I get up at 4:30 every morning and answer DMs for a couple hours. It's insane. And, it will wear on you. So how do I just keep going? I don't know. Sometimes you just got to dig down really deep, and you just got to say to yourself, at this point, I just got to keep on going, because that you're onto something big. When you're onto something big and you're onto something big, why would you stop? What else are you going to do? How do you stop? Why, where? Like, you got to, like, at that point, it's almost like you can't stop,
Yeah.
It's almost like that's what you want. That's what you want. That's what all your agents need to have. You all need to be in a place where you know that you're onto something big. This is what you need to tell your agents. Listen, guys, look at what you're doing, right? Look at what you're doing. You know that you're onto something big right here. We can't stop. You know what I mean? We can't stop now. We can't. There's not another option. It's like, go, or there's no other option. It's just go. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you could lay down, you could take a nap, you could lay down and take a nap. I read you a bedtime story, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, what fun is taking a nap? You're just sleeping and the world's going by. No. I got to be fully involved. I have to be taking actions. Hey, look, I'll be honest with you guys. I'll throw it out there today. I just felt like I just couldn't get anything. I couldn't focus. I got so many things I'm doing. I could not really just focus on one thing and really knock it out and really, like I normally do. I kind of had a off day in terms of how I felt about my production. Even though I accomplished a lot, the way that I felt not as productive. So I had a day like that today, where I felt not as productive as I wanted to, and I just could not focus on the things that I really wanted to accomplish. That's okay. It's natural. We're going to have days like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, we're human.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. So what are you having troubles with? Like, what do you think your problem is? Where's your biggest downfall? Like, where are you struggling?
I think for us right now, and a lot of it is with our own team, just kind of trying to encourage them. A lot of them are in their first year.
Mhm.
And trying to explain to them, you have to do the consistency and you have to continue on those days where you don't feel motivated to, or you don't want to do it, and everyone, for some reason, I don't want to say everybody, but a lot of people, when they look at their phone, it's like it's 1,000 pounds, right? Like they just don't want to get on the phone, even though the phone's what makes us money. So it's just constantly reminding them and showing them and
What,
motivating.
why, I mean, what are they doing instead of making calls or getting on the phone?
So I think some of them are trying other avenues. We have a couple of people that are.
I lost you. You there? I lost you. I lost your audio is out.
Let me see.
There you go.
There we go. Okay, sorry about that. So I think a lot, like a few of them are trying to do stuff through door knocking, networking. One person tried doing like free fitness classes, things like that. But it's just, things that will work eventually, maybe for them. But for some reason, they just don't want to get on that phone.
I got you. I got you. Well, listen. Here's a conversation you should have with them. It should go like this. Door knocking's fine. Door knocking is putting yourself in front of property owners who own the exact type of property you want to sell. So that's fine. But we're doing all these other things just to avoid being on the phone. That's where we run into a lot of problems. You know what I mean? And so what you need to say is, listen, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we are real estate agents, right? And our job is to get out into the community and let people know who we are, what we do, and that we're here to help, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so like they really need to understand that their job is not to sell real estate. Okay. Our job is to help people do what they're already doing anyway. People are already buying and selling real estate every single day, all day long.
Yeah.
Hello, hello.
Sorry, Ricky. I'm not sure why the Wi-Fi keeps cutting out. Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. That's just how it is. I don't even know. Oh, yeah. Like what you need to tell your people is that, their job is to let people know who they are, what they do, and they're here to help and build their database. That's their job. Make people feel comfortable with them. So go do it. Like get on the phone, do it, canvas the market, canvas the area, go door knock, call people, but you can't be scared to get on the phone. I mean, you're not going to make any sales unless you're on the phone. And every single activity that they take is all going to come right back to just talking to people on the phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
I agree.
Cool. Well, good chatting with you for a second.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
Absolutely. Let's stay in touch and let me know what I can do to help.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, 100%. Nate, let's bring you back out here, big guy.
Hey, Ricky.
Yo.
How's it going?
Good.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me again. I appreciate it.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. Glad to do it. What can I help you with?
A couple questions. One you kind of touched on there. I know now you're not dealing with it, but at some point in your career, I'm sure you dealt with this. I set goals, and my goal initially was to double the previous year until it was physically impossible.
Okay.
This past year, I hit that goal a little early, and I feel like I've sunk into like a comfort zone and
Okay.
stopped the consistency.
Yeah.
Do you always watch your numbers throughout the year? I feel like if I wouldn't have been watching my numbers, I wouldn't have known that I hit that, and I would have continued to push. And I kind of feel like I shot myself in the foot on that one.
Well, you have to watch your numbers. You know what I mean? You have to watch your numbers, because if not, you need to keep track of what's happening. You need to keep track if you're on your track to hit your goal. You got taxes you got to pay. There's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, you got to watch your numbers, right? Here's the problem, right? You are focused on, like, it sounds like when you start doing that and you start becoming complacent because you've hit a certain goal for the year, that tells me that you weren't really in this to see how many people you could help. You're just in this to see how much money you can make. And I think that if you will forget about how much money you're making and focus on, I need to help this many people, right, per day. I need to reach this many people per day. I need to help this many people, right? I need to reach out. I need to build my database, because you're planting seeds. Here's what happens. You double your income before the end of the year, and then you slack off. Okay. But that slack off that you did from when you hit that number in the rest of the year is what's going to prevent you from doubling that number the next year, because the momentum was going to carry into the next year. And you were slacking because you hit some number that didn't even mean anything.
I know. And that's what I've been kind of beating myself up about for the last month or so. But
Don't beat yourself up about it, right? So here's the punchline. You take this scenario where this happened and you see how it made you feel. It made you beat yourself up about it. You take that and you say, okay, I'm not going to let that happen again. I never want to feel like this ever again in my life. Right. And then you the next year when this happens, number one, you get straight to work right now and pretend like it never happened, and then next year when you hit your goal early, number one, you set your goal too small, right? Set your goal too small. That's one reason I don't like goals a whole lot, because if you hit, because if you wouldn't have set that goal, then, there's no telling where you just said you took off for 2 months. So what if you would have actually applied pressure for those 2 months, and then throughout the rest of the year, look at where you would have been. You might have tripled your last year's income. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
But because you made this goal to double it, and then you hit it early and you took off, you didn't reach your full potential. See, dude, I'm all about full potential. I want to hit all cylinders go. I want to know what my full potential is. And I don't know what my full potential is until I give it everything I got until the last second.
Mm-hmm.
There's no slacking.
I kind of I don't know. I was thinking about next year, and I kind of was like, oh, well, I hit this already. If I go too hard this year, then next year is going to be almost impossible. So it was I just screwed myself in my head, And
Absolutely, bro. You completely set yourself up for huge failures all over the place, Okay, so let's talk about it. So what would be this year doubling your income from last year? What was the number?
Last year was 72. So I wanted to do that. And I broke 2 this year, but I could have done 250, 260 easy.
Right. And so you were wanting to do 300 next year.
Yeah. And now I'm looking at it now
you see how, but the thing is you could have hit that this year, right? You said you could have hit like 250, 260. Heck, you probably could have hit 300. Hey, you probably could have hit 320. Who knows? Right. But you're all caught up in this numbers game and this goal game. You know what I mean? It's a dangerous game to play. And so next year, let me just tell you what you got to do. All right. Next year, 500. If you want to set a goal to hit, you want to hit 500 next year. Okay. What does that mean? Nate? It means you have to start right now. And I'm talking about as hard as you can go, right? Because 2021 starts right the second. It already started. Yeah. 2021 already started. November 1st was literally January 1st in the real estate world. you know, because the deals you put under contract right now are probably going to close after January 1st.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a couple lined up, or well, a good amount lined up already, because I deal with a lot of builders. So they're 4 to 6 months out usually at all times. So
Your financing deals are going to close after January 1st. Let's see right there what you said. You said I got a good amount already lined up. That's dangerous, bro. That's dangerous to say that.
yeah,
So you should be thinking, I don't have much going on. I need to do something. You're tricking yourself in your head into not working that hard. I'm
yeah,
watching this all play out and I'm thinking, wow.
yeah. I'm trying to get out of there. I'm trying to get out of my head. It's and it's from I don't know. It's just like from years of the job, the regular world, and
Get out of that, dude. Listen,
I know,
get out of that, bro.
Yeah.
Get out of that, man. We're a business owner now,
Mm-hmm.
right? You don't have a job. You own a business, right? You got a family?
Yeah. Got
Okay.
a 4-year-old, 5-year-old, and 13.
Dude, your family's depending on you to provide the very best life that you can for them,
Mm-hmm.
right? Let's go.
Absolutely.
Okay. What else you got?
That actually is a good segue to the next question. I see sometimes I feel like I'm pushing myself, and then I see what you're doing and I'm like, it's minuscule. But with that being said, with having the family, how do you dedicate the time they deserve? Like I want to give them the best life possible, but I also want to be a part of it. You know what I mean? And I want to make sure that, financially I can give them whatever they ever need, but I want to also be able to be present.
100%. No, 100%, man. So a couple questions for you, right? Do you like what time do you go to bed?
I don't ever have a designated time. It seems like I'm still putting in contracts and things till 11 p.m. sometimes.
Got it. Okay, so rule number 1, stop working at 5 o'clock. No contracts after 5 o'clock. Okay, 5:30, somewhere around in there, you're going to completely shut down work, and then you're going to be present with family. Boom. If you do this, man, let me ask you something. If you work till 11 o'clock every night, okay, and you're not present with your family, and over the years, your family grows resentment towards you for that, is it worth the contracts that you are writing at 11 o'clock at night? No, 100% not. Here's the punchline. Even if you stop at 5:30, those contracts are still going to be there waiting on you at 8 o'clock in the morning the next day. Nothing's going to change. They're going to be right there waiting for you. You're still going to do the deals and spend time with your family. See what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So what time do you get up?
Been doing 5.
5?
Yeah, 5.
Okay.
It's kind of when I'm going to bed at 11 or finishing up at 11, getting to bed at 12, waking up at 5. I wake up kind of, not as pumped as I should.
Right. This is where you find burnout. This could be a lot of your problem. You're burning out because you're burning it on both ends. If you'll start to go to bed at like a 9 or 10 range, right, and really get good sleep till 5, wake up refreshed and ready to roll, you're going to crush it harder between that 8 and 5, okay, than you were before when you were doing 8 to 11 at night. Mm-hmm. You're going to produce more in less time because you're not burnt out. And you spent time with your family. You can have the best. You can have the best of all worlds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I'm doing well. I know I'm doing it wrong because it's not working too well. But what I'm trying to do now, or have been doing, is cranking out for weeks, and then I'll take them on like a vacation or a staycation.
I understand, but dude, they need that daily though.
Yeah, absolutely.
They need that vacation dad daily.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't need outer space dad, space cadet, focused on other things, don't know where he's at. There he is, but he's not really. Where's he at? I don't know. They don't need that dad. They need happy to be with the family, present, homework, whatever. So go outside, play soccer, all that good stuff, dude. If you do what I'm saying, man, you're gonna contact me like 3 or 4 or 5 years down the road, and you're gonna say thank you, because the relationship that I have with my family now is such a strong bond. You know what I mean? Because of I took time for them every day. Not only that, it's going to recharge your mind and get you ready for super high production the next day, and your production is not going to go down. That's the punchline to all this.
Yeah,
This is what I do. This is what I do. You know what I mean? This is what I do. I get up at 4:30, answer DMs, work out, and then I work till 5 o'clock, and then that's it. Where's my daughter? She's jumping up in my arms. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna watch some Blue's Clues. You know what I'm saying? Some Remy and Boo.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that's all that plays in my house is YouTube Kids now. So
there it is. There it is.
Yeah, no, that's
I think you just had some perspective things, man.
Yeah, and knock on wood, but I've been blessed with a good network in my area and a great set of, people that support me in the area, and it's helped out drastically. And the financial and career has been going great. I just really, the time management is big for me for family, and I think that's going to be a huge help.
Yeah, nice, man. Nice. So what's your goals for next year?
500.
500 G's, man. 500 G's.
Absolutely.
You're going to hit it too. You're going to hit it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you hit it by September, go ahead and raise it on up to 6.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and raise it on up to 6, man. Don't say, oh, I hit 5.
I know. I've been kicking myself pretty hard. So now it's like you said, I don't want to feel that again. So.
To go through that and get the kind of taking a break, and you see how that feels. So I'm hoping, see here, do you know the definition of insanity, right?
Yep, doing the same thing over
and over again. You know what I'm saying? So let's see if you're insane.
Yeah.
We'll find out next year if you're insane or not. When you hit 500 by September and you start slowing down, we'll know that you're completely insane. You'll be a very wealthy insane person, but you'll be insane.
There's a thin line between insanity and genius. So, but I don't want to play that role. So.
Okay. All right. You do this with the one-liners. Cool. See, I'm going to bring both you guys back out here. Tess, you can unmute. Tell everybody where to find you, Nate.
NateWright.realtor on Facebook. Same thing on Instagram. NateWright.realtor on Facebook and Instagram.
You guys go follow Nate. Let him know what's up. Follow his little journey. He's going to hit 500 next year. I want to see it. We'll bring you back on the show. Tess, where can they find you?
So they can always call or text me, 719-465-4634, or you can find me on Facebook, just facebook.com/Tess Gascon. And my Instagram is tessgascon.realtor.
Nice. What's you guys' goals next year, Tess?
So my partner and I actually have a goal of 800 GCI each of us. And so, we want our team to just thrive.
For each of you? For each of us. Yeah. So 800,000 for you, 800,000 for him, 800. Mm-hmm. Okay. So y'all talking about doing millions and stuff. What was your GCI this year?
So that's what we were just trying to figure out. So I know that we're combined at just over 100 houses. So okay. I'm not sure. I know Andrew.
What's the average price? I can tell you. What's the average price?
About mid 3s to mid 4s.
So you're looking at 40 mil. So that's $1 million.
Yeah, a little bit over that, or under that. I mean,
roughly about $1 million, 900. So you're talking about doubling it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to double their income. Yeah. Double their income. All right. Well, thanks for coming on, guys. I really appreciate it. Enjoyed it. Really good questions. Great conversation. Had a lot of fun. Yeah, you guys let me know if there's anything I can do to help you accomplish those big goals, and I'm sure we'll be in touch.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Guys, thanks for tuning in. Join me December 11th. I'm going to go do my 2021 goal setting and planning session, revealing my new 90-day action plan going into the new year. 2021 is going to be a banger. Looking forward to it. See you guys on the next episode. I'll be back Tuesday. I am doing live calls Tuesday with somebody. I'll figure out who later. Talk to you guys soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ricky.